we start the public, public hearing, Mr. Hedgepath's got something he wants to say regarding,
I know a lot of you folks out there is here for Bell's Reserve and what's going on. First of all, I'd like to commend Linda Ryder on the presentation of it. I don't think you could have got it any better. But I ain't gonna rattle on a long time. I'm gonna say a few words while all these people are here. And I wish Mr. Breedlove could have been here. He might could have learned something. But that's neither here nor there. But when I met with Mr. Hayes, probably 4 or 5 months ago, I told him, I said, you don't have to sell this to me. You don't have to sell it to the people that I represent. And he assured me he was going to do that. Well, I'm going to tell you straight out of the gate right now tonight, he has not sold this to me. By no means. When I was in here the other night, I had 231 names. Now I got 237 names of people that's in opposition to this. This courtroom ain't going to hold them people when this comes to a vote. And I told him, I said, you need to get the support of the community, more especially the people that border your property, as well as the people who live up and down the road, the people in Cheatham County. Well, as of tonight, there's 8 pieces of property that border this. And as of tonight, I have spoke personally with 5 of them. I don't know how many is in here, I'm not calling nobody out. But as of tonight, I have spoke with 5 of the 8 landowners that touch this property. And 5 out of the 8 are opposed to it, 100%. The state is one of them. Well, to me, you can take the state out of the equation. That's just wildlife management area. One other piece of property, some woman owns, nobody seems to contact her, a couple of acres, which is irrelevant to the proposed site. And then one other gentleman that's out of the country. I've yet to talk to him. I've heard he wants to speak to me. But 5 out of 8, I can do that math. I'm not much of a mathematician, but I can do that. And 5 out of 8 tells me no way. Plus the 237 names has called me personally, and I have talked to every single one of these people. I think there's 4 people that are in support of this. I think there's 5 or 6 that's on the fence. They won't show their hand because they're afraid they'll get a black eye, so to speak. But I was elected to represent the people. They hired me, they fired me. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. You can't win a fight if you don't put up a fight. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I can't guarantee nobody nothing, but I can guarantee you one thing. I'm going to fight to the end to stop this. And I would like to see how many people in here tonight, if you would raise your hand, how many people in here tonight are here because of this? And how many of you people, hands down, how many of you people are opposed to this? That's all I need to know right there. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
move on to the public hearing.
Public notice agenda for August 18, 2025, advertised for newspaper available. Cheatham County Commission will meet on August 18, 2025, 6 p.m. general session. Order meeting has been CDC. The following item will be covered. Christian Dalton, Professor of Road Case, U1 back 93, parcel 10, property located at 4531. Sears Road, Fifth Road District, and it's not an expensive flat monument to the third breaking limits of possession of
We're going to open, the public hearing's open. If you would like to speak for or against this item, would you please step up here to the microphone and state your name and your district you live in.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is James Thigpen, and I live on Sears Road down from this property that's the topic tonight. I live at 4450. this is my fourth time to come and speak in opposition to this rezoning. Sears Road is a nice place to live. People live there because they do not want to live in a subdivision. A lot of people in that area, and I assume all over Cheatham County, work in Nashville, but they don't live in Nashville because they don't want the Nashville crowd. They want to live out there where we're in rural area, and that's why we are there. My understanding is their property is 4.2 acres, and it would be divided in half, so each lot would be 2.1 acres. Now, the requirement in Cheatham County to build a house is 3 acres, so it does not meet the requirements of the county. Other people in that neighborhood have tried to get a permit to build a house on less than 3 acres, and they were denied. I know several myself, but there's no demanding reason to change this to allow 2 houses on 4.2 acres. If you do that, then others in the neighborhood may say, well, I've got 10 acres, I'm going to sell off a few acres and I'll make me some money. And they're disregarding the rules. The taxpayers paid a lot of money to get these rules in place, and they've been discussed and voted on, and the rules are 3 acres per house. This does not meet that. This property is too small for 2 houses. So I'm opposed to that, and I'm also opposed to the traffic that will slowly increase. A lot of people who live on Sears Road can see the traffic. It's people coming down Sears Road who do not live on Sears Road. They live on Apache Trail, they live on Old Charlotte Pike, they live on other neighborhoods, but they come down Sears Road, but it's got a cut through to Eddie's Hardware and then to get onto the interstate. So there's a lot of traffic on Sears Road that is not people. I would say the bulk of the traffic on Sears Road is not people who live on Sears Road. And to add more houses is just going to make that worse. The road is too narrow in one place for 2 cars to pass unless one gets over into the grass. And so that reason and many other reasons I am opposed to this. So I would hope that you would vote no and uphold your duty to represent people, plural, people, not person, single. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Matthew Schuff. I live in the area. Lived on the ridge, as the neighbors call it, since 2002. I'm here to show my support for the change. I think this is a change in the Pegram growth area that we're looking for. This is a homegrown Cheatham County family that is wanting to have lots for their children to stay. And as Nashville does creep out, it's hard for families to get a start. And this to me is a Cheatham County family looking out for their own to get a start. Yes, it's another home on the road, 2 homes. More and more are being built back in Apache, like the gentleman stated. Those are $1 million homes. People in Cheatham County can't afford those. So I think this is a positive move for the area, a positive move for Cheatham County, this type of growth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Evening, Commissioners. My name is Lee Carroll. I live on Sears Road at 4445. I won't repeat my previous comments, which you've heard, but I will make 3 new points, and like every good servant, I'll keep it brief. I attended the May 1st meeting of the Zoning Commission or Building Commission, where this zone change request was overwhelmingly denied. I urge you to follow their recommendation and deny this request. Number two, despite the definition of spot zoning that Ms. Dalton gave last week, the building commissioners, on May 1st, determined this to be spot zoning. And as you heard from your legal counsel last week, it's up to you to decide. Number three, regarding the urban growth plan that we've heard a lot about, Sears Road is extremely rural. I mean, you can't pass two vehicles, especially if one of them is an emergency vehicle, at the same time. I nearly had a head-on collision on Sears Road just Friday with a dump truck who was trying to come up that Snake Hill. Sears Road is rural. It does not have the infrastructure to support additional higher density development. Sears Road, as you know, straddles Davidson County and Cheatham County. When you turn off of Old Charlotte onto Sears, that first 2/10 of a mile is in Davidson County. And you know when you hit the county line because the pavement changes. It's really nice that first 2/10 of a mile, and then the road gets bad when you hit Cheatham County. For people looking to escape the tax burden of Davidson County, Sears Road, the Cheatham County end, just Sears Road is like you couldn't find a better, closer place to Davidson County. And those of us who are here tonight who are opposed to this zone change want to protect the character of our street from a handful of owners who want to take an opportunity to cash in and subdivide their lives. Regardless of whether you think this fits in the urban growth plan, please listen to those of us who are opposed to this. We represent the majority of the people who live on Sears Road, and we are opposed to this. And Ms. Dalton, you are welcome to build one house on that lot. We welcome you to Sears Road, and we look forward to being good neighbors. But two houses is against current zoning rules. The infrastructure just doesn't exist on Sears Road for it. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thanks for letting us be here tonight and talk about this. I look out over the room, I see a lot of people that I know, a lot of people I wish I knew better, and some new folks. My name is Tony Rich. My wife and I and our family, we live just around the corner from the property. We're roughly, best guess, 200 yards through the woods from the frontage on this property. We live right around the corner on West Sears Road. This is challenging because a lot of what both sides have said, they're absolutely true. I love living where we live. It is exactly the way it's described, and it's a very unified community. I would also say that the Dalton family we've known for at least 15 years, very closely. We broke bread together and a lot of different things, gone to church together. And what I would tell you is simply this. I know them to be people of character. I know they have owned two homes in that area, including the one they live in now. They are nice homes. They are benefiting the community through their tax revenue. They have raised their children here, and now their grandchildren are part of the community as well. And so when you talk about the kind of citizens that you want to be in your community and the kind of citizens you want to raise your children to become, you were talking about the Dalton family as an example. So this is very difficult because I can understand the emotional pull of wanting to have your children right around the corner along with your grandchildren. It is technically and rightfully against code. There's a reason that those codes exist. I would say that if the traffic that is going through is primarily not driven by local traffic, it's driven by people cutting through, then the new house or houses that would be built there, if you decided to grant this request, it's a non-factor because that's not where the traffic's coming from to begin with, is from the houses that are already on the road. I agree with everything that my neighbors are saying. We should probably be sitting here talking and petitioning about the road and the curbs and the safety and not whether one of our neighbors can build a house for their children to come and live nearby with them and raise their grandkids. But that is not what we're going to talk about tonight. I love my neighbors and I love the Daltons, and I know that they're all good people. I do not envy your choice that you have to make and how you vote. I would tell you that you would be very right to stick with your zoning, the way it is right now, but you would not be wrong if you let this family have their family close by. And I can tell you from being around the Dalton family, they've built and renovated 2 houses in the neighborhood within just, in one case, maybe, I don't know, 3/10 of a mile, and one a little bit further away. What they build is quality. One of them is an engineer, so it's not going to be anything shoddy or ugly. If you go look at their home right now, it is a beautiful home. It is a beautiful place. So, again, I don't envy your decision that you have to make, because I don't know that there's a bad one. There's just the lesser of 2 good ones. So, I thank you for your time, and I appreciate what you do in service to the community. And I just ask you to vote your conscience and do the best you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioners and everybody, thank you for being here. I'm standing in opposition of Ms. Dalton's request to build 2 homes on 4.2 acres. And Ms. Dalton, this is not personal. I'm sorry if you felt attacked or felt like someone was rude to you in any way. As neighbors, that's not neighborly, and if you wanted to build 1 house again, we would welcome that. When we bought our property, we chose and sought out USDA rural property, and that is where I want to live my life out until I can retire. I chose this area for a reason, and I believe that if we change, it's not necessarily about the description of E1 versus R1. It's about 2 houses on less than 6 acres. It's 1 house per 3 acres. We do not want more dense growth as far as homes. We support urban growth development, but not on our rural county road where it is zoned as E1. Thank you for your support.
Hello, Patrick O'Neill. I live on West Sears Road, and I'm opposed to this development, mainly because of what was said earlier about once you open the door to going from 3 acres to 2 acres, where does it stop, basically? And then I did speak last week about my situation where my neighbor has a little bit of his septic tank on my property, and I was trying to sell him just a little bit of my land to resolve that issue, and you guys said he could not do that. We're still trying to figure that situation out. But, so again, my question would be is, once you open this door, does it stop? Where does it stop? So thank you.
My name's Terry Woodall. I have lived on Gorley Sears Road for 30 years with my wife. We highly support this. We have the largest land up there, and if anybody wanted to develop, I would think it would be me, but I'm not going to. And I support it both ways, but she's doing the correct thing. She's building the correct thing, and she knows the codes. So I support this.
Gavin Eakes. I'm a civil engineer by trade, so this is quite literally what I do for a living. And also I'm a neighbor. I've known Christian quite a while. We used to be coworkers. I live at the corner. I live at 4347 Gorley Road. I'm at the intersection of Gorley, Sears, and Old Charlotte Pike, so I can verify that most of the traffic that comes through goes up Old Charlotte Pike. So very little of the traffic is from the actual neighbors. The zoning code for E1 and R1 are almost identical outside of the fact that you need 3 acres for E1 versus R1. You need a minimum of 150 feet width. You need a 50-foot setback. So from the road, they look no different. So basically, in essence, we're arguing about how somebody's backyard needs to be. That's the size of everybody's backyard is what we're arguing about. So, you know, if you look at this exhibit I've given out, there's a existing nonconformity just to the south. The 2 pink lots are both around 2 acres as well, which is exactly what the applicant is trying to do. The orange lot would be the depth allowed by R1 zoning, which is not at all what is trying to be done. But again, from the road, it would look completely the same to all the neighbors, have no impact whatsoever to the community or the neighbors. The yellow line, if these lots were just cut a little differently and they had a big enough backyard, then it's acceptable with the current zoning. And as it was spoken, you know, the current zoning does not allow that, which is the exact reason for the request to change the zoning. The traffic is, you know, there's one house already allowed. It's one extra house. Do you really think 2 to 6 trips a day is going to cause traffic issues or headaches? I mean, it's not a valid argument. I mean, again, so like I said, I'm in support of this. Obviously, it makes sense. You know, if I were to buy road frontage on this road, 1,250 feet long, I can put 10 houses spaced 125 feet apart in both zoning departments, as long as the yard is big enough. So we're literally arguing about how big somebody's backyard is. The existing lots, most of the houses are directly at the road. If you were to make them 1 acres, it makes no difference to the community, to the neighborhood. It looks exactly the same as you're driving through. There is no difference. I could understand the argument if E1 required a 500-foot frontage or something like that, and we're going to 150, whatever. Or if somebody was trying to put a Ryan Home subdivision out there. Not even remotely what this request is about. This request is about really to meet an existing nonconformity just to the south and allow 1 extra house, which has no impact to anyone, including myself, who is a neighbor just right around. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Let's see, does anybody else wish to speak?
I have a question for the attorney. I have a letter to read from someone who couldn't be here. Is this the time to read it, or should I wait? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're telling me to wait, but I feel like I need to read it now. Mayor Charles Moorhead of Pigram could not be here tonight, but he sent me a letter that he asked me to read tonight, and I sent it to all of you last night. I am writing in support of Lee and Christian Dalton's request to rezone their property in Pigram from E1 to R1 in order to subdivide their 4-acre lot into 2 parcels for their children to build homes. This request represents more than just a zoning change. It represents the kind of thoughtful, family-centered growth that Pigram needs. Our schools, local economy, and community strength depend on supporting families who want to stay here and invest in the future. Growth is essential if we want to maintain strong schools, sustain our tax base, and ensure that the next generation can live and thrive in the community where they were raised. Some have raised concerns about spot zoning. However, this request is not inconsistent with the character of the area. It is a modest and reasonable adjustment that allows for 2 family homes, not a commercial development, not a large-scale development, and not something that would undermine the identity of the community. This is the kind of generational growth that strengthens neighborhoods and reflects the values Pigram stands for. Approving this zoning would send a message that Pigram supports families, values community roots, and is open to measured, responsible growth. Denying it risks sending the opposite message, that Pigram cannot adapt or make room for its own families to remain here. For these reasons, I urge you to support the Daltons' rezone request. It is in the best interest of Pigram's future, our schools, and our economy. Thank you for your service to our community and for the careful consideration of this matter.
Anybody else wish to speak on this item?
I just want to say,
property, something that's completely compliant with the code. The only difference between these lots and mine would be that I would be compliant. I would be in alliance with the code. I'm asking you for the right reasons. That's why Moorhead is actually in support of this. It's regulated growth. It's planned growth. It's in line with the code. And I hope that I've given you enough reasons to give me your support. And I thank you for your time.
Do we have anybody who hadn't spoken who'd like to speak? Close the public hearing at 7:51. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
My name is Steve Lewicki. I've been a part of building 14 houses up in this area. The name of my company is Peaker Properties. What she said is absolutely correct about the 2 and 2.5 acre lots. I lived 2 doors down from where she's trying to build these on a 2.5 acre lot. I also live right down Sears Road, about the worst house on the street that was on 2.2 acres. It should have been tore down. I rehabbed it. You would think that people would be happy, but when I bought the end of West Sears Road, made them all 3 acre lots. These same people complain about everything. Franklin can attest all the amount of constant calls and complaints about everything I did down there. They showed up, West Sears Road was dangerous, Sears Road's dangerous, we can't have the people coming with their cars down here, we can't turn an ambulance around. It's one problem after another that's gonna happen. The fact of the matter is the property she's trying to build on was a trailer that was a drug house right next to another trailer that's a drug house. I actually had the unfortunate pleasure of living across the street from it at 4522 Sears Road for 2 years. There was a shooting on that street in 2015. None of the people complaining here today want to talk about that I had to go deal with someone in the street that got shot from a drug deal at 3:30 in the morning. We're trying to get the garbage out and build brand new 2 nice family homes, and they're against it. Why? There's also a camper on the corner of West Sears Road and Sears Road, illegally in someone's front yard in a trailer with 2 people living there on a 3 acre lot that not a single one of these people want to complain about that. So it's okay when we have a rundown trailer and a camper for 2 families to live on, but if someone wants to come up and build 2 houses, we're gonna have a problem with it? This is all hypocrisy. Right here, the sign, quit your meanness. You were mean to me, you were mean to her. I'm asking the board for unanimous decision. This has nothing to do with 2.2 acres or 3 acres. This is about a group of very mean people that wants zero development. Thank you.
Hello, council members. My name is Cesar Srigliano. Sir, thank you for allowing me to speak. Mr. Lewicki is absolutely correct. He did comply with 3 acre zoning. He's absolutely correct. He does a marvelous job. His apartments and houses are incredible. They're really nice. They're fantastic. No issue about it. Earlier I was told that I did not have any interaction with Mr. Lewicki. That's not true. We've had a falling out since. But I will say, his homes are awesome. I've walked through all of them. The framing, I've walked through the zoning, I've walked through where he's pulling the wells, where he's putting the septic. I've been on every one of his builds. Every one of them. He's absolutely correct. He's awesome at what he does. But he's always maintained one thing. When there's a new split in property, it's always been 3 acres. The houses that exist that are lower than 3 acres are pre-existing homes. I had one of those lots. It was 2.83 acres. Now I can't build on that lot because the house burnt down. Can't get a permit. It's right at the bottom of Sears Road, right on the bottom of the alley. This is not about being mean. This is not about anything. This is about the fact that even Mr. Lewicki, who just came up here and told us that you need a unanimous vote, every time he split property, he split it to 3 acres. And you can go through his records. The homes are awesome that he built. Every one of them are freaking amazing. every one of them. In every stage. So there's no problem. But the reality of this board has to determine whether or not they want to change going forward. Everything is pre-existing. Most of those homes are pre-existing any code in Cheatham County. As we know, there were literally, there is a home that has an ambulance in the ground as a septic tank right now in Cheatham County. I know because I know the guy who owns the property, but it exists. Now, I'm not saying the ambulance isn't doing a good job or it's doing a good job, but what I'm trying to say is that certainly wouldn't be 2025 code. Okay, but I know it exists and it's right here in our beautiful county. Okay, it's a nice ambulance. It was really nice. Just blew the engine, they, cleased it off and they pumped sewer into it and they've got some lines coming out of it. That's a fact. Okay, so we know that this county has been changing, but we also put rules in place to prevent problems. And, if the county wants to go to 1 acre zoning, that's fine. We vote on it. We change the county zoning. That's what we do. But right now, currently, it's 3 acres. And like I said, I have all the respect for Mr. Lewicki. No problem. But every time he subdivided a property that I'm aware of, it was 3 acres. And he subdivided multiple properties. He's done an amazing job on Apache Trail. He's done an amazing job on West Sears Road. He's done amazing jobs every place he's gone, in my opinion. He's done several on Sears Road. Like you said, 14 properties. I've known him about 11 years. But the key is here is, what does the code say? And all I'm asking each one of you is to make a determination for the people of Cheatham County. Are we going towards high-density communities? If we are, then, this is a step. And I've got no problem with anyone building. I just have a problem with us changing things parcel by parcel by parcel by parcel and making determinations. Because it doesn't stop anyone from coming up here who has a big piece of property and saying, well, I would like to cut off this 2 acres this month, and then, I'm gonna come back up and I'm gonna ask for another zoning change, 2 acres this month. As long as I got road frontage, according to them, I should be able to do that. And then if I say, well, I'd like 1.5 acres, as long as I give you the 165 on the front, why can't I do that? It perks. I'm good. Maybe I'll use an ambulance, but it perks. Okay? The point is, I'm just asking you to consider that. That's all I'm asking. Okay? I have no problem with anybody in this room. Love everyone. Happy to be neighbors with you guys. I will be the first guy with a chainsaw at your house if you have a problem. There's no problem about that. But the reality of the thing is, this is something that we have determined as a county that this is the way we were going. If we're going to change that, then we're going to change everything going forward. And I'm asking the council not to do that. I'm asking them to stay at the 3 acre zoning. Thank you.
Anybody else wish to speak and hadn't spoke yet?
We're good.
Not seeing anybody. We're going to close the public hearing at 7:59.
I make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion by Ms. Lovell, second by Mr. Powers. Any questions?
I have a comment,
Yes.
of course. And I wrote it down because there was a lot to cover. Most of us don't want change. We would like it if our neighborhoods would stay just like they are, but change is coming and growth is happening. We are in the unique situation of being able to choose what kind of growth we want. The north side of the county is growing, unfortunately, mostly because farms are being sold. Pegram doesn't have a lot of area for growth. It's evident when you go to the park and see that the numbers for our Little League are half of what they were 20 years ago. Junior Pro football doesn't even have enough players for a season this year, for the first time since it started. Our elementary school is struggling to stay open, and the price of homes has kept out families with children. Those young adults who grew up here can't afford to buy homes or land if they can find it. I would like to address some of the comments that were on this flyer that I passed out to all of you. This was handed out door to door in the neighborhood. It states that the applicant is trying to put 2 homes on a single lot. That is a little deceptive because the Daltons are actually going through every channel to legally rezone to 2 lots and have 1 on each lot. It says it sets a bad precedent. There are already homes on less than 3 acres, so the precedent has been set. It will lead to overdevelopment. I don't believe that 2 homes qualify as overdevelopment. Decreased property values. If Ms. Dalton were trying to put a mobile home or campers, duplexes, maybe that would bring property values down, but these are two single-family homes of approximately 2,000 square foot each. They're going to raise property values. It increases traffic and danger. 2 cars a day, 4 if the owners are coupled. While Sears Road is curvy, it is a dangerous road, but there are 2 other access roads, Gorley and Old Charlotte. One doesn't have to choose to travel the most dangerous road. Destruction of habitat. We're talking 4.2 acres. 4.2 acres where there was a trailer with a lot of things being dumped. I think we're cleaning up the habitat. And lastly, I would like to say, our job is to listen to our constituents. But our job is also to listen to all the facts and everything about the situation and make the best decision that we can. I urge you to vote for this rezone.
Chairman, for the record, what was the vote that came out of planning and zoning? Say it out of time. What came out of planning and zoning? Do you know why? Was the vote unanimous?
I would also like to say, though, that E1 is 3 acres. R1, most of the property around it does qualify as R1. It's just grandfathered in because it's had houses on it for so long. They were thinking it was spot zoning in the planning committee.
Well, does it need to go back before the planning commission? I mean, for all you folks in the audience, this is the time you don't want to be a county commissioner. And I don't have a thing in the world against this young lady. Don't even know her. I understand what she's wanting to do. What she say? What she say? But as I said before in the last time, I mean, when we set a standard and a guideline, we have to live by it. We can't go up today, down tomorrow, back the next day, forward, back. You just got, when there's a standard in place, you have to live by it. Not that it's right, not that I want, I don't. I just, we're all, us 12 people are brothers. That's one right purpose.
Mr. Franklin, we just approved an R1 on Gorley less than a year ago, and that's less than a mile away. Do you happen to have that?
Okay, we're not gonna go back and forth. No. I got a question. Please, come look at this. These lots that's in green, it says they're less than 3 acres. Is that accurate? But they're zoned E1. But if there's a house, I don't know if there's a house in there. Say there's a house here, a house less than 3 acres. Under E1, even though it's under 3 acres.
Is that the property?
Well, when they put this zone, they had three and one, not lots. So I guess you could just use it.
If there was a 2 acre lot for sale out there somewhere right there to go, I drove by, there's a sign up, 2 acre lot right there, how far would I go down?
Well, roughly, yeah, acres of, 50 cents per acre.
So what's the issue here?
Over there, it's zoned for 3 acres.
So we're voting on the zoning issue. We're voting on the zoning issue.
It's probably from E1 to R1.
But if this property, rather than being 4.2 acres, had been 2.1 acres, just one lot that was 2.1, and she bought it, could she get a building permit? Yes. Yes. Did everyone hear that? Yes.
Well, all the board folks consider that
Maxwell, did you not say that this piece of property is inside the Pegram Urban Growth Plan, correct? And you did also say that the Pegram Growth Plan is a mixture of E1 and R1, correct? So E1 and R1 are within the growth plan.
And E1 and R1 are both residential homes, single-family homes. And I'd like everyone to hear again, if this were a 2.1 acre lot that we were looking at, one 2.1 acre lot that she had bought, we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. She would already have a building permit.
Anyone else? Questions, Mr. Chairman? We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
No.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 8 yes, 3 no, 1 absent, motion carries. Anything else, Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson.
I've been asked by several people to look at the rural areas of county. We're losing so many farms, and they're building up to 3 homes per acre. And I've been asked, and I think it's a good idea,
voting on the budget.
Item 1, budget amendments, county general, sheriff's department, $20,000, jail, $4,950, sheriff's department, $10,000, sheriff's department, $12,000, county mayor's office, $24,000, emergency medical services, $500, county buildings, $6,950.71. Budget vote, 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source various.
Approved. Mr. Anderson? Second. Second by Mr. Powers. Questions? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Ladies, change your vote. 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
Item 2, budget amendments, general purpose school, regular instruction program, $867,195. Regular instruction program, $486,000. Board of Education vote, 6 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Budget vote, 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source various.
Motion approved. Motion by Mr. Anderson. By Mr. Gilmore. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Ladies, change your vote. 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
Item 3, revenue revision, general purpose school, TISA on behalf payments, revised revenue amount, $113,500. Board of Education vote, 6 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Budget vote, 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source budget revision.
Motion by Mr. Elizabeth.
Second.
Second by Ms. Lovell. Any questions? Roll call.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Ladies, change your vote. 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
Item 4, surplus highway. There are 5 vehicles and 1 mower. Once approved for surplus, all items will be sold at auction, sold as scrap, or disposed of if not sold.
Motion approved.
Powers. Second by Mr. Anderson. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Ladies, change your vote. 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
Item 5, surplus other capital projects vehicles, 11 sheriff's department vehicles. Once approved for surplus, vehicles will be sold at auction. Budget vote, 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source none.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Husband, second by Ms. Lovell. Any questions?
Mr. Chairman, go ahead. Ladies
Did
first.
we check on one for UT?
I haven't had a chance to talk with her about it. If they're available.
I'll be happy to go look at them.
Unless you want to wait for the other list.
Is it better?
What kind of Mercedes or a Lexus?
You'll hear.
If it comes up, you trade this one in.
There you go.
I was
Oh, okay.
the same thing about doing it.
Any more questions? Roll call, please.
BJ Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Weekly.
Yes.
Diana Lovell.
Yes.
Eugene Evans.
Yes.
James Hedgepath.
Yes.
Mike Breedlove. David Anderson.
Yes.
Alex Blackman.
Yes.
Matthew Knox.
Yes.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
Item 6, surplus drug control, 3 seized vehicles. Once approved for surplus, vehicles will be sold at auction. Budget vote 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source none.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Powers,
Second.
second by Mr. Hudspeth. Questions? Roll call.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Wickley.
Yes.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson,
Yes.
Dalton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy None,
Yes.
Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Yes.
BJ Hudson.
Yes.
Please change your vote. It's 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
And my last item is item 7, surplus county general copier. Item has reached end of life and no longer works. Once approved for surplus, item will be disposed of. Budget vote 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source none.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Ms. Lovell,
Second.
second by Mr. Anderson. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson,
Yes.
Dalton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy None,
Yes.
Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Yes.
BJ Hudson.
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Wickley.
Yes.
Everybody wish to change your vote? It's 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
That's all I have tonight.
Questions for budget? You have your information in your packet. County Mayor.
Thank you, Chairman. 3 items for your consideration this evening. Number 1 is vote for the mayor's signature on a resolution authorizing Cheatham County to join the state of Tennessee and other local governments in amending the Tennessee State Subdivision Opioid Abatement Agreement and approving the related settlement agreements. Item number 2, vote for the mayor's signature on the nationwide TN LLC Services Memorandum of Understanding for Monitoring Services of the Court System. And item number 3 is vote for the mayor's signature on a 4-year contract for fire services with the town of Kingston Springs.
Motion to,
Motion to approve all?
a motion to approve all 3.
Second.
By Ms. Lowell, second by Mr. Powers.
Yes, I have a question about the first one. Does that mean that we could possibly get more opioid abatement money?
We do have more coming because new settlements have come in to the state, so that's part of that.
Great.
Roll call, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Is any questions? Any more questions? Roll call.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson,
Yes.
Dalton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy None,
Yes.
Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Yes.
BJ Hudson.
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Wickley.
Yes.
Everybody change your vote. 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent. Motion carries.
One information piece that we had in the packet, we did sign the SRO grant for another year with the state of Tennessee, $975,000. That covers $75,000 per SRO for the 13 schools across the county. And that's reimbursements we spend every day back. The second item, as you leave out tonight, hopefully the lights will still be on out front. Fortunately or unfortunately, we're here past dark, so you should be able to see them as we leave in front of the courthouse. They've got half of it done, and they're pouring the other half here in the next week or so. So the next 2 weeks, they should wrap that up and have them all set. They're looking good. I'm very pleased with it. I think I've entertained any questions.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Take them both. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Lovell,
Second.
second by Mr. Blacker. Any questions on it? Okay, roll call, please.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson,
Yes.
Dalton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy None,
Yes.
Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Yes.
BJ Hudson.
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Wickley.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent, motion carries.
Second matter is a resolution to approve a real property purchase agreement with the Board of Education. This is for land to be used for a new library at Harper Middle site. The Board of Ed has agreed to, it's called a sales agreement, but they're essentially giving the property to the county. It is restricted to be used as a library. Closing costs, which are probably a few. Authorizes the mayor to sign the contract and then to sign any other documents that might be necessary to close the sale.
Motion to approve.
Second by Mr. Weekly. Any questions? How long do they have to do it? Is there a time limit?
On the library, start within 2 years and complete within 4.
Roll call, please.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hitchcock,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson,
Yes.
Carlton Piper,
Yes.
Randy Node,
Yes.
Tim Williamson, Bruce Gilmore,
Yes.
B.J. Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Weekly.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent, motion carries.
That's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
Not seeing none. County Clerk, Miss Avish has approval of a contract between the Cheatham County Clerk's Office and Vans Hardware for the sale of the tags there. We've already approved that. We just need to have the contract approved.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Powers.
Second.
Second by Mr. Anderson. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Weekly,
Yes.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hitchcock,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson,
Yes.
Carlton Piper,
Yes.
Randy Node,
Yes.
Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Bruce Gilmore,
Yes.
B.J. Hudspeth,
Yes.
Change your vote. 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent, motion carries. I think everybody else has left. Mr. Sheriff, you have, oh, I'm sorry, do you have anything, Mr. Perry? Sheriff? Everybody behaving? Miss Stacy?
I gave you all an update. I've decided to start doing that every month, kind of give you upcoming events, things that are going on this month. So of course, the biggest things that we had were the first day of school for first through 12th graders and the first day of school for pre-K and kindergarten. So we have some cute little pictures of those. And then I'm just kind of going to give you updates of other projects that you've helped with. And so I did have the update of the Cheatham Middle School rebranding for the Musketeers. And then I read that to you.
you still have Ed here. Ed did go down and look at the EMS building and has made a recommendation to really focus more at first on the gutters and getting the water away from the building, then turn our attention back to possibly this as they check it again in 5 or 6 months. And I'll let Ed tell what he found. But so at this point, we would ask to withdraw capital improvements, that foundation repair at this point.
That's been my recommendation, first thing, is water. And again,
So is that something we agree through capital improvements, or is that something we can do without?
We'll get some totals on those things first, things, can bring us back to figure out where we fund those.
the water recommendation needs to be done by contract.
Yeah, they're gonna tear all that up. It's what we've been paid.
Majority of it's compromised already anyway, so they don't have to do it.
Before anything is done, that's not the water.
Yep. I was wondering why you was hanging out. I thought maybe you just enjoyed it.
Hey, something off the record, we do have a celebrity here tonight. And talk about the building permit, $15,000.
Anything else?
Yeah, we have one item, painting of Station 7. I'd like to get that in the form of a motion for the commission tonight for a total of $5,416.14. To paint Station 7, a lot of this work that we're doing, that's being done there is in lieu of the painter in itself. It's allowing us to do what they need to do up there. I'd like to get that in motion, please.
Motion by Mr. Blagger. Second? Second by Mr. Powers. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change their vote? 11 yes, 0 no, 1 absent, motion carries. Anything else? Counting rules? Counting rules?
Yes, I have something that just added to me. Miss Diana wanted to recognize our country music singer, superstar John Rich for his contributions in the fight to stop the TVA campaign. And put that in the form of motion to come September, with a little resolution recognizing good contributions.
Have a motion, Mr. Anderson. Second by Ms. Lowell. All in favor say aye. favor say aye. Any opposed? Carries. Okay.
Second with the county road department, Jerry Derek Morris, who worked from June 10th, 1980 until he retired as an equipment operator September 15th of 2023, 43 years of service. And then also William Jackie Binkley from March 2nd, 1998 to June 26th, 2025, when he retired as an equipment operator with 27 years of service. I'd like to present them in September, a resolution to honor those two for the county road department.
Motion by Mr. Anderson, second by Ms. Lowell. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is, we had two 4-H members at the National 4-H Shooting Sports Competition, competing in air rifle, Amalia Benson and David Winsett. And we'd like to honor them next month and put that in the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Second by Mr. Powers. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And the last one is the Cheatham County Libraries Board of Trustees. Had an application, and I talked about him last week, Paul Randall Dickerson. If you've never heard of him, he was the voice of WSM for years. He has agreed to be on the Board of Trustees, and that would start September 1st for this year to June 30th of 2028. Put that in the form of a motion.
Motion by Mr. Anderson. Second by Ms. Lowell. Questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
I got something under emergency services. I'm gonna just stick with it.
Sorry.
I just got just a few things. First, I wanna say something about the gentleman that spoke about the alerts that you get from them. They are as only good as if you get them. But if they're in the midst of disrupting something like a pursuit, several agencies, and I mean their whole focus at that time is not just that call. They got other county business to conduct at the same time. Other emergencies, the phones are ringing, they're taking ambulance calls, they're taking service calls. So if sometime I can't speak specifically for them. I can speak to some of it because I did do that job. But this Nixle program was prior to what come after I was long gone from down there. So we didn't have anything like that. But it takes time to do those things. So it's not that she's not having her folks do this. It just may be a time thing. And sometimes it may, for lack of better terms, get lost in the sauce. It may be forgotten about when they're still busy conducting business and whatever major incident they got going on at that time. It could be a personnel problem if they're short-handed. They're trying to play catch-up and do all this stuff, all while still got to conduct normal business when all this stuff's going on. So if you do decide you want to get those Nixle alerts, see me after the meeting and I'll give you the 6-digit number to text your zip code to, and we'll get them for the whole county. I will say if you do it over text message, you'll get better notifications rather than if you go online and register online, because it does something weird and funky with an email, and you don't get the same alert as you do if you send a text message. So I'm not down there. I can't solely defend her, but I do know I've spoke with her about it. She has spoken to the gentleman that's talked about it earlier. She did speak with him. They try to send them out every time, from down trees to flooded roads to pursuits or barricaded subjects. I mean, they send them out for a variety of things. But I mean, some's gonna get missed. It's just there's nothing that will automatically do it. There's not a system out there that automatically does it that I'm aware of. The second thing is I just wanted to reiterate this week during the regular commission meeting that September 4th is the first shift that we will have an ambulance in the Henrietta community out in the West Cheatham area. It'll be there 12 hours a day from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. And it'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Monday and Tuesday. So it'll catch the bulk of the
the work week with the school in session. It'll get the rush hour traffic coming to and from. It'll help tremendously out in the West Cheatham area, as that is our greatest response time besides the Old Lake District. So we're going to do some sort of press release with Pleasant View Fire and EMS in the county with municipal commission and court. So that'll be their first shift that we'll be doing. So a lot of things are coming together, and we couldn't be more gracious and thankful to the commission, the mayor, and the fire department of Pleasant View allowing us to house up in there, because right now we're trying equally the same problem in Cheatham, trying to find another piece of property to build a fire hall is the same problem you're having over in Kingston Springs and trying to find one around Cedar Hill Road. It's just not there. So we've been able to move in right there. But that's all I got.
Where's the emergency service? Sorry, I missed you.
I'll let you pass it.
Trying to speed us along. Road and Bridge? Any other new business? Consent counter, have a motion? Motion by Mr. Weekly. Second. Second by Mr. Evans. All in favor of consent counter, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Any announcements? Motion adjourned. Second.